This is about my family. My father was from Mansoura, Egypt. He came to the States, worked his ass off in school to become a professor at one of the U.S.'s most popular universities, Auburn University. He was a textile engineer. My mother, unfortunately, I don't know much about. What I can tell you is that she's an American white woman. I'm left with questions I'll never get true answers for. Supposedly, my mom was on drugs and left us. Anyways, they had one other child whom we are going to call Little Elmo. When she left us, my brother and I sexually played with each other. We believed this to be normal up until I was 14 years old. That said, I think the things we blocked out while my mom was around were things children our age should have never have had to be a part of. I know we were in foster care for a little while, and my father fought with all he could and got us back. I don't remember much of what went on in foster care. All I really do remember is there being an older white man that did things I know now those things were not right at all. I can remember one day, probably about 4 years old, while my father was at work. He was always at work. My father's best friend's wife was playing with my hair as I sat on the floor in her living room while eating out of a jar of peanut butter. My father made sure he bought me a huge jar every day. Till this day, peanut butter is still my favorite and also a comfort food for me. It was and still is the most, well, my father's best friend's wife was probably the most nurturing person, most like a mother figure for me growing up. At least up until I was probably about 8 or 9. Well, I'll discuss and explain further why we lost contact. Um, I never felt safer than I felt with this family. Till this day, Fatin and her family were and always will be what I consider family. Right. I remember getting lice, and at the time, Fatin almost died when she had to cut my hair off. She loved my hair. It's sad when your only good childhood memories are a family who aren't blood. However, due to unfortunate circumstances that you will learn later on, we all lost contact. These two were the only ones who knew my biological mother. I've always wanted answers to things growing up about her, but for some reason, no one would tell me. I'm not sure if it was to protect me or if it really was just to protect my father's name. My father, being from Egypt, believed that a woman should take care of the home while the man works, so he was quick to remarry. My stepmom was Egyptian Americanized, had a history degree from UNO. She was beautiful, and with her came a son. We're going to call him Little Baghdaddy. A step grandma, who we will call Siti. When it was good, it was really good. We used to take trips to Egypt and visit family. Myrtle Beach was my favorite. We would stay in Embassy Suites while my father was doing business. I grew up Muslim and there were strict rules, but how they were implemented on me and my brother made good Muslims look really bad. So my father and stepmom ended up having 3 kids together. We're going to call them Ghost, which is my younger brother, my Shit Don't Stink one, which is a sister, another sister, we're going to call her my Shit Don't Stink 2. I'm not even gonna lie, I started laughing so hard tears started running down my face when I came up with these names. My stepmom got really sick at a young age, 46 I believe, with breast cancer and suffered for 8 years before passing. I honestly believe the medication she was on made her the way she was towards us. But that's me just giving her an excuse. I know. God rest her soul. Little Baghdaddy and his mother had a relationship so close it was beautiful. I envied it. I wish I had a relationship with my mother like that. I'm going to leave it at that and I'm going to read more later. LOL.